Welcome back to J All Day, everyone. In today's episode, we have a very special guest. My dad, the Tom Bird, here for a little dadcast. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the MLB Division Series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Atlanta Braves. The series is currently 1-1, and we're heading back to Philadelphia. And somehow...
Should have been 2-0 Phillies.
Should have been 2-0, but the Phillies somehow lost that game. They shut out the Braves for the first 16 innings of this series. The Braves scored 5 runs and somehow only had 4 hits yesterday. The Phillies left 11 men in scoring position, and I think they were 2 for 12 with runners in scoring position. It was a hard pill to swallow for Phillies fans, but I do think going home they could win a very pivotal Game 3. I think whoever wins Game 3 is probably going to win this series.
It's definitely going to be the winners, I think.
Me too.
The Phillies are a good team. They have strong pitching. But sometimes I think the manager might overthink the situation.
Yeah, it seems like in that situation where Wheeler was rolling in the 7th inning, then he kind of gets banged around a little bit, gives up the 2 runs, and then they bring in Jeff Hoffman. And Jeff Hoffman has over a 5 ERA for his career. He's a journeyman pitcher. I want to see Sir Anthony Dominguez in that situation, or just leave Alvarado in the game, right? He cruised after he came in for Wheeler. He was throwing hard, keeping them off balance.
And that wasn't a good pitch that was called.
Yes.
I thought it just left it out. Then again, the Braves could be stealing signals.
So I think it was a full count. Hoffman was kind of blowing fastballs by Austin Riley, and then Hoffman and Realmuto called it a breaking ball, which sped up Riley's bat, and boo!
There it goes.
Out of here. Phils lose the game 5-4, and they almost came back in the last inning. Nick Castellanos hit a bomb to center field that was caught by the center fielder of the Braves, and they doubled up Bryce Harper. He thought the ball was over his head, and he was going to, go from first to home on a ball that rattled off the wall. But that wasn't the situation. And another thing we have to talk about, Trey Turner.
Yeah, he's got to stop booting the ball around. I don't know where his head's at, but game after game.
He's paid all this money, and he had a really good play in the first game of the series, that double play, and then he's just booting the ball around. He's batting just okay. He's not playing like a $300 million player, especially on the defensive side of the ball. I don't know where the Phillies go from here. We have Aaron Nola in Game 3 at home. It's a must-win game.
It's a definite win game. We have to come out strong. We got to pick our pitches like we did before.
Yep.
And stop chasing the bad pitch.
Yeah, JT Realmuto's probably the best hitter so far for the Phillies this postseason. And the Braves have one of the deepest, longest lineups in baseball. And if you make mistakes like Hoffman did,
you're going to get paid by a long ball.
That's exactly what happened. Austin Riley had that go-ahead home run. And the pitch selection by JT and Hoffman, not so good. When you throw a breaking ball and you try to outsmart a guy, he was blowing that 98-plus fastball by him to get ahead with 2 strikes.
He couldn't catch up to it.
And then you kind of speed up a guy's bat by throwing him that breaking ball. And it was so slow. Riley, with one arm, hit it over the fence. Not so good. But I do think going home is an advantage for the Phillies. Playing at Citizens Bank Park is one of the hardest places to play. That place is going to be rocking. Game's on Wednesday. So the Phillies it's a must-win game for both teams. I think whoever wins Game 3 of this series will ultimately win the series. Because if the Phillies lose, then they have to go with Ranger Suarez or somebody else to pitch. And I don't think the Phillies are deep enough. They pulled him after like 3 and some change innings.
4 innings, I think it was.
Yeah, so he didn't really pitch that long. And the Phillies coach has not had a long leash with players. Like, I think too worried about matchups instead of a guy who's humming along. Alvarado, I think, could have finished that inning. He was throwing strikes, and when he throws strikes, he's almost impossible to hit. But we'll see. We hope the Phillies get it together, but the Braves are a really, really good team. They're super deep. They got really good pitching, and the Phillies got to come out and win. They were 16 innings of shutout baseball. You got to take advantage of those situations and not let teams like the Braves back in. They got to keep piling on runs. not making silly mistakes, and hopefully the Phillies come out on Wednesday and get this series 2-1 for a potential clinching game at Citizens Bank Park. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Tom Burt.
Too many men left on base.
Yeah, Jay all day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next video. Peace. Say bye, Penny. Say bye, Puppy. Say bye. Peace.
Peace.